They had lots of sandwiches today. I'm surprised that they're still hungry at this time, even. That's what she said. And I'm gonna give them ketchup because they love ketchup. I don't love ketchup. Sometimes I eat ketchup. When I stress eat, ketchup is always it hits. It's nice. I like it, but just not typically. Let's get some small forks. Some little forks. Little forks for little people. Beautiful. There was the only way that I could save with Uber One was to purchase one more wine bottle than I would typically purchase at a time. I only typically purchase 2 at a time. Like 2 bottles of wine could last me, like 1 bottle could last me like a week and a half. I don't drink a lot. But it makes it easier to deal with these kids in small spaces. Having to stay in Airbnbs, the spaces are typically a lot smaller than, say, like a 3-bedroom house what we lived in. So I get stressed, I get overwhelmed, I get a lot of anxiety, and alcohol is a really good drug for that. It reduces the anxiety, it fills you with more positive emotion. It's a good drug. The problem is that it's a good drug. It's so good that it could ruin your life. So, moderation is the key. And if you can understand the concept of moderating the moderation, then you would never struggle with addiction in your life. Right? It's part of the reason why I've never really had a problem with like quitting. I just drop it at any time. It doesn't bother me. But I do use it as like a medicine when I'm coping with anxiety and large amounts of anxiety. Not just like a little anxious, but like I'm so anxious and overwhelmed that I can't even focus on the tasks at hand. And like today, I had so much emailing to do. I had cleaning to do. I had to respond to landlords. I had to gather more references. I had to do some website adjustments. I had to do a lot of math. I had to do some accounting. So, it's a lot. It's a lot to handle that with 3 wild things like this running around and demanding you like every minute. It's a lot to handle. So, it helps. I'm gonna make my plate of food. Just a half rack of ribs for myself tonight. Alright. Don't do the same thing you did last night. Yes. I did the same thing last night. Almost. I dumped it onto my plate and then the whole thing like fell out onto the plate. Don't do it again, Jess. Don't do it again. What are you doing? Back to the table, sir. Okay, then go to bed, sir. Go to bed. To your room.
I think he wants to take a break. A nap break. And that's what we do. I do that with my dad. Okay, let's sleep on the couch.
I still have a fair bit of emailing to do before I go to bed. So I'm really praying that the kids cooperate tonight. They were not the most cooperative last night. I really struggled to get them to stay in their room. And still, like, I woke up with 2 babies in my bed. So, when I was a child and I was, like, making excuses to not be in my room, I didn't like sharing my room. And so I would tell my mom that I was scared. And she would kindly tell me to fuck off. Or she would be like, no, you're not. Like, don't lie to me. Like, she knew that I was making excuses, right? And I find myself from time to time having that same urge to be like that towards my kids. But I stop myself because I don't know if, like, I have the urge to do it because that's what's right, or maybe I have the urge to do that because I was so poorly treated as a child. I'm not sure. And because I don't quite know how to differentiate at this point, I just say nothing. I'll just say nothing about it. And so if they decide to come into my room, I'm not like, oh, you poor baby, and like, you know, hold them close and cradle them, and do you need a nipple? Instead I'll just say nothing. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. You know. They'll just quietly crawl into my bed. It's if they start flopping around like a fish and like nagging for my attention while I'm trying to sleep, then I'm like, get out. But my mom never let me crawl into bed with her as a child. What?
Your food is so big now.
Did you finish yours?
Actually, I actually spilled my milk on my plate. Yummy. So I try to sip it. I try to jerk it. Let this go.
Your food is so big now. You got more on your plate, Mom. You want some? Another thing that I do that my mom would have never done when I was a kid. She never let me pick off of her plate. I don't blame her. But my ass is fat. And I totally get that. It's just don't take my ribs. Don't take my ribs. Put it back. Okay. Thank you for the lights. So that just falls off the bone. So good.